I'm Jeannie Burlsworth, Chair of Secure Arkansas. And this bill is a common sense bill because all we're asking for, to make a long story short, is just a simple manufacturer safety data sheet. A safety data sheet. Because what we're talking about, the raw product, we're talking about the chemical composition of fluoride. That's what we're talking about. And what this bill is designed to do is just to create transparency from the manufacturer. And that ensures our safety. And I feel like that's what the job of the Public Health Committee is to do, ensure our safety, considering we're just asking for a safety data sheet. Now, I would like to submit into evidence, I've got a box, and we can give those out later, of the standard 60, because those are extremely hard to come by. An average person and even water department operators do not have the standard 60 because of the cost of $325 just to get that standard. Now, I want to just read an excerpt out of standard 60, and it simply says what the formulation, submission, and review is. And this is so good because the manufacturer shall submit, at minimum, the following information for each product. And then it goes on to say, and I'll just read a couple more lines here, but a list of known or suspected impurities within the treatment chemical formulation and the maximum percent or parts by weight of each impurity. When available, a list of published and unpublished toxicological studies relevant to the treatment chemical and the chemicals and impurities present in the treatment chemical. So that's what we're talking about here today. We're just simply talking about the treatment chemical and what's in it. Given that it comes, we get 50% from of the powder from China, and I believe 40% of the liquid from Mexico. So that's why I think we at least need to ask for a safety data sheet. Now, I do agree that NSF it says in off their own website that it is strictly voluntary, and this is what concerns us about the manufacturer and this safety data sheet. But I know my testimony, you're trying to rush this, or we're trying to rush this to get through, but we have a letter here submitted by 12 operators from the Carroll Boone Water District, and they simply said, Carroll Boone Water District is a wholesale provider of potable water from Beaver Lake to customers in Carroll and Boone counties, and our water is used by over 26,000 consumers. The district has been providing water since 1982, and we take a great deal of pride in the protection of not only our water source, but also the process of making potable water, which includes additives used in the process. We take very seriously our responsibility to protect our customers from contaminants in the drinking water. We have reviewed House Bill 1205, and to us 12 water professionals, it just makes common sense to further the protection of our water customers. As you are aware, we are heavily regulated by the Arkansas Department of Health and EPA, but we feel that House Bill 1205 would give us another tool in the protection of our water customers. The bill would put the burden of proof on the vendor. The bill would put the burden of proof on the vendor. That's what we're asking for right here. It's not that big a deal. Who supply the product and establish a safety net for our water operators. These guys are asking for this bill. There are no directives in this bill that would require time or money from the district other than a simple request to the supplier to prove the safety of their product. And surely the Public Health Committee would, he would want to, safe precaution here. We have always been open, he said, and transparent to our water customers, and House Bill 1205 would help us and our consumers have the facts regarding what is used in their potable water. He said, I respectfully request that House Bill 1205 be passed as an aid to water systems in the state of Arkansas. And here are the 12 operators from the Boone County or Carroll Boone Water District, I'd like to submit into evidence. And then also,
Ms. Burlsworth,
yes,
could I ask a question as to why we don't have representation from the Carroll Boone water operators here to do that? I mean, having you reading us a letter is not necessarily the best way to present their views.
okay.
That's your
okay,
opinion.
Can I let Crystal answer that, because I believe she's been doing the visiting.
Would you identify yourself again, please, for the record?
Crystal Harvey, Secure Arkansas. The actual water operators are busy right now producing the water. The office manager, Jim Allison, is, as we speak, having a MRI done because he is fighting colon cancer. So he's in the doctor's office right now. So they were not able to come from Eureka Springs. So that's why they sent the letter.
Well, we appreciate and hope he does well, and thank you for that. I would just at least express, I think, sentiments of the committee that having direct testimony is always the most appropriate, and having a letter sent to us is oftentimes, unless we have an opportunity to engage with them and ask questions with them, it's very difficult for us to take that letter and to do anything with it. So I appreciate you bringing that letter forward.
Really? Letters have never been used?
Okay, all right. Also, would it be possible just to submit one more piece of evidence here before I end my testimony?
Ms. Burlsworth, if you'll just give us an indication of the type of evidence you're submitting.
It would be like on a safety data sheet. All they have to do, because they have to get bids from the manufacturer, and this is just a simple, that's why there's not any extra work for them to do. Because here is a sample of a bid sheet that just says, you know, include a manufacturer's safety data sheet.
You may leave that with the staff, and we'll see if the committee gets a chance to have